Hello, this is Gary Marr of Glen Elk Community College. This screencast is for my CIS 150 AB online class, and in this screencast I'm going to talk about topics covered in Section 5, specifically arrays, parallel arrays, and also a linear search of an array. This is similar to what you're going to have to do for the assignment that corresponds with this particular section. I believe that's assignment 6. So in here I have a baseball metaphor, sports. It's a program that's going to do some work with standings. It's in pseudocode, but it happens to also be in Python. So I'm going to challenge you a little bit in terms of making you learn some Python here, but I think that since Python is so much like pseudocode, it's not going to be a real big problem. On top here, I've got a whole bunch of comments, and this whole block here really kind of talks about, for the most part, talks about the business rules and test data involved with this application. This particular logic is going to use two arrays. One array which is going to consist of team names, another array which is going to consist of winning percentages. Now it turns out that both of these arrays are going to be text or string arrays, but I could have made the winning percentage a number array. I just didn't do it when I coded it, so it would still work just as well. So down here I've got my test data. I've got the start of my program here. It's going to do some work with some initial variable assignments, team count, place. It's going to build two arrays from scratch. So it's going to initialize these arrays. It's not going to ask us to populate these arrays. It's simply just going to fill them with data values. You're going to have parallel arrays, so the Dodgers winning percentage is 777, the D-backs is 555, Rockies, and then finally the Padres. It's got one function called team percent, which if given a value of what place I'm looking for, should return back a string called message, MSG, which will display whatever team corresponded to the place that I asked for. And what this is doing is it's looking directly at the subscript to make that determination. More about this in a minute. I've got a bunch of print statements here that are lining up the rest of the text for the display. I'm going to ask for the team's place. It's going to print the team's place by calling that function that I just talked about. And so if I'm looking for the third place team, I'll put a 3 in there. 3 will be sent to the function. Okay, that'll come in as in place. And then the syntax for arrays or lists, Python happens to call an array a list, is the name of the list and then the subscript that corresponds to what I'm looking for. So if I'm looking for a third place team, really the subscript is going to be 2 because the subscripts start at 0. So you'll see a lot of this in array processing where the numbers are taking 1 off. That's one way you'll see it. There's some other instances here too. You'll see it in a second when I do a loop and a linear search. So this would return whatever team was in third place. I guess it's the Rockies. And it would also return their corresponding winner percentage, which is 444. And display that to the screen. The next routine is going to do a linear search, which is very popular with arrays. And essentially what happens here is I'm going to have an array, and I'm going to look through it subscript by subscript until I find the value I'm looking for, and then I'm going to pull the other value to the other value that corresponds to that in the parallel array. So here I'm asking for a team, and I give it, let's say, the Rockies again. It will start with count equal to 0 or the very first array. For the length of teams, and there's going to be 4 members of this array, so it's going to be from 0 to less than 3, okay, or excuse me, less than 4, because it's going to go 0, 1, 2, 3. It starts at 0, doesn't start at 1. And then it's going to go through one by one and ask, is what corresponds to the input that I put in, what I'm looking for, Rockies, equal what's inside that element of the array. So it's going to have to do a couple loops here until it finds the Rockies, and when it does, it'll go inside the if statement, print the Rockies' name, and also print their winning percentage. The break here is because I want to write this so that it's efficient. And what break does, it says, okay, fine, if I enter this if statement, I must have found what I was looking for because I know it's unique values. So I'm not going to try to search anymore. I'm going to cut it short on the while loop and break out of it, even though I've still got more counts to process to go through every member of this array. Break and continue are two keywords that are found in most programming languages that help you with any kind of processing of Boolean expressions. Break knocks you out of the branch or knocks you out of the Boolean expression. Continue goes to the next iteration. We're not going to spend a lot of time on that in this class. It's just more of a heads up when you get to other programming languages. The last part of this program is simply going to take and list the teams and the winning percentages side by side in report format. And again, here I have a counter down below. It's going to start off at 0. It's going to go 0, 1, 2, 3. Since this value here is 4, it's going to stop there. It's going to end the program, and I should see a list of my teams and the winning percentages next to it. This is very typical array processing, what Python calls list processing. Python actually has 4 different versions of arrays. And arrays can, depending on the language, have different versions based on rules they've set up for data typing and whether the array expands or contracts automatically. I'll let you take a programming class, and that programming class will tell you what the rules for that programming language is. If you have any questions, let me know. Your assignment will be very similar to this. You're going to have to look up one value about coffee and then return another value that's in a parallel array. If you have any questions, let me know.